Hey, what up? I'm Parks Bonifay, here to talk about the Ronix Parks collection for 2013. This Modello Parks board has all the typical features that I normally look for in a high-end wakeboard. The Parks ATR has everything that the Modello does, but it also has a carbon kick and a centered cable-friendly base that you will need. One of the main things I like about the Parks board is it has a lot of surface area to it. I believe more is less in wakeboarding in the sense that the more board you have, the less you have to do as a rider. The softer it lands, the harder it pops. So it just takes a lot of the weight and normal work that you would have to do with a high-end wakeboard. One of the things we did to the Parks board is made it have less rocker. This actually gives you more forward glide while you're on the water. It's really wide and it's a 3-stage board, so you still get a lot of pop while carrying a lot of forward glide when you land. With more glide speed, it's going to be less strain on your upper body. The amount of drag that a board has, depending on what kind of rocker it has, can differentiate that. So when a board has better glide speed, it has less drag. Allows you to ride longer and not be as sore the next day. So if you want to extend your sets, get more glide speed, take it easy on the upper body. I do. One of my favorite features about the Parks board is that it has really thin rails in the tip and tail, allowing you to really set a hard edge when you need to, but it also has a really round rail through the belly, allowing it to ride high when you're underwater. So it gives you two things: more forgiveness when you're riding flat and more bite when you want to edge into the wake, which you need both. Another one of my favorite features with this board has to do with rails. It has a dished up tip. So what this does is as your board rocks up onto a nose, you have 2 points of your board actually on the rail, giving you more stability. Most traditional rounded tips, as you rock up into a nose press, you only have 1 point of your board, giving it a little bit more wobble to it. So 2 points on your board obviously gives you more stability, which is why we have the dished up tips on numerous Ronix boards. All Ronix boards have a clean belly, which allows us to know what the water's doing as it gets to the tail of the board. The more you have going on with the middle of the board, from triple to double concaves, it just seems like you don't really know what the water's doing as it gets to the tail. So clean bellies allows you to have a predictable tip and tail. In the past, all my boards have been really aggressive. I've always had a really aggressive, hard riding style. My riding changes and so do my board. So with this year, we've made my board really user-friendly, has a round belly, a lot of surface area to it. It lands really soft, pops really hard, so you get everything from all ranges that you need in this board. From beginners to intermediate, even advanced riders, everyone enjoys and gets around on this board just fine. Super pumped on my graphic this year on the Parks board. We got bright juice orange, can't miss this anywhere on the lake. And on the bottom we got the Moonwalker. So between the juice orange and Moonwalker gray, got it locked down. This is the Parks Modello board. It comes in Moonwalker gray and a bright juice orange bottom. Super sick. And now we're going to cut away to Shota Tezuka, who's actually riding my board on Pro Tour this year. He's going to tell you his favorite features. Hey y'all, what up man, this is Shota. This is my favorite board to ride right now. Super wide, it's a 134, gets tons of pop, tons of air. You know me, I'm Japanese, and I like getting air. That's the way it is, boy.